day, everyone. So I am your science teacher. I am teacher Agnes. Okay, so before we start with our new topic, let's have first a review of our last topic, which is about the refrigerator. So what can you say about the refrigerator? Yes, very good. So it is the one that helps you make your food cool, right? And make it longer. Then what else? What are its parts? Okay, very good. Okay, now I think you are really ready for our next topic. Okay, so our next topic it's all about how does a four-cycle heat engine works. Okay, so could you guess what are these two things? Or what are these two pictures shown? Okay, so we have a motorcycle and a car. Very good. So, what do you think makes these two objects important? Yes, it is used for traveling, correct? And it is used to deliver some things, correct? Now, question. What is the one that makes them useful? That will help you deliver and travel to different places using these two objects. Okay, both of them have their engines that make them move. Okay, very good. Both of them have their motor engines. Very good. So it is the one that helps them to move itself and travel, and you can deliver using these vehicles. Okay, so now this is what we call it, the heat engine, a four-cycle heat engine. Okay, so we have here the different parts. Okay, so we have the spark plug, we have the crankshaft, we have the valves, the inlet and the outlet or the exhaust valves. Then we have the piston. Then we also have the piston rings. Okay, we have the connecting rod, the crankshaft, and the cylinder and the other parts, especially the oil. The oil is very important. Okay, so those are the different parts of our heat engine. Okay, so now let's move on with our activity entitled Start the Engine. Okay, but before we move on with our activity itself, okay, so let's discuss first the things that you will answer. Okay, after we discuss what are inside our activity. The first one, what happens to the gas if it is heated inside the engine cylinder? Next, what happens to the piston and the gases during compression stroke? What is the function of the spark plug? What is its effect to the mixture's temperature? Describe the piston and gases during the power stroke. What do you think is the effect of the exhaust gas to the environment? And lastly, as a student, how can you help minimize the effects of thermal pollution and air pollution? Okay, so here, this is a picture showing the different power or the different cycle strokes of our heat engine, the four-cycle heat engines. Okay, so the first part here, okay, so the one that is being circled, it's what we call the intake stroke. That is the first stroke wherein the intake valve opens and the air fuel mixture entered it. Okay, so you can see there, it's like the bubbles. Okay, then our piston moves down. Okay, air fuel mixture is drawn in. Next, in our second stroke, we have what we call the compression, wherein the air fuel mixture is compressed, meaning our piston moves up this time because it is being compressed. And then the valves, the inlet and the outlet valves close this time. And then next, right after the compression, it's what we call it the power stroke, wherein in the power stroke, explosion forces piston to move down. How is that possible? Because, diba, right from the compression wherein the piston moves up near the spark plug, the spark plug now this time ignites. Okay, when it ignites, the gas mixtures here is being fired up. So, our piston moves down because of that action. So, in the power stroke, our piston moves down. And after our power stroke, after it is being fired, the gases now are being burned this time. This time, in the exhaust stroke, now the piston will now move up, and then the exhaust valve will open wherein our burn gases are being pushed out. Okay, so those are the 4 different cycle stroke in the heat engine. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Yan. So if you notice, right, the here this side it enters, then when it moves up, then down, it is very fast. Okay, so that is how it works. Okay, I think you understand now how does this engine, the 4-cycle engine, works. Now this time, okay, so you can answer this time your questions using the things that I have discussed a while ago. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer it, and after 5 minutes, now I think you are really ready for our next part. And what is that? Quiz time, to see if you have really learned what we have discussed. Okay, so we only have 5 questions here. Using the statements as clue, complete the word or words by filling the missing letters. Okay, so number 1 is a device that changes thermal energy into mechanical work. What do you think is that? Number 2, it is a machine that uses a 4-cycle stroke engine. And number 3, what is the liquid used to make the 4-cycle stroke engine works? 4 is an electrical device that fits in the butt of the internal combustion engines and ignites compressed gasoline by means of an electric spark. And the last question is, it allows converting a linear movement into a circular movement. It has a basic function in alternative engines as diesel cycle as in Otto cycle. I'll give you 20 seconds to do it. Okay, pencils up. Let's check your work. Okay, so number 1, the answer is heat engine. Number 2, motor. 3, gasoline. 4, spark plug. And last, we have the piston. Okay, so I think it's so very good for those who got it. Meaning, you have understand what are those important things as we go on with our discussion. Okay, so we're almost done with our topic. So before you go home and sit down and relax, okay, so I have a little assignment for you, which is research on what are the different laws of the thermodynamics and explain each. Yeah, so there it goes. So thank you for coming in our science class. I am Teacher Agnes, your teacher. Bye!